What's going on, guys? I'm going to be real with you. This isn't a comedy video. This isn't a glazing video. This is me being open and honest with you about what it's really like owning a Tesla. The good, the bad, and the stuff nobody talks about until it's too late. So today, I'm answering the question, do I regret buying a Tesla? Let's get into the first thing, and that's the reality of the battery. Everyone talks about range, charging speed, and how cheap electricity is compared to gas. But nobody talks about how fragile this thing actually is. With most gas cars, you can hit a pothole, scrape something, or even hit a decent-sized rock with minimal to no damage. With a Tesla, one small rock in the wrong place can total your entire car. And I know this from personal experience. And it didn't just happen to me. It also happened to a friend of mine. Luckily, my car wasn't totaled when it happened. It was a $10,000 bill. Luckily, insurance covered it. My friend wasn't so lucky, though. He hit a rock on the highway, and his car was completely totaled. So every time you're driving on the highway, or just driving behind a dump truck or a work truck that's carrying rocks, things are flying at you. You got to be very careful. And you can't always be that careful while driving. You want to just be able to drive. Another issue is that they're super low to the ground. So that just increases the chances of getting hit by a rock. The next thing I want to get into is computer issues. If you're new to Tesla, then basically the entire car runs off one screen, one computer, one brain. It's the brain of the operation of the car. Mine started glitching, freezing, acting weird. It was super buggy. Autopilot stopped working. I kept getting messages on my screen. Turns out when I brought it to Tesla to get it checked, it turns out that the wires connected to the computer were corroded from water damage. And it wasn't from flood damage, excessive water. It was just normal wear and tear, normal daily driving of a vehicle that most normal cars will have to experience as well. It was just a case of moisture getting into somewhere that it shouldn't have. Now, fortunately, if that happens and your car is still in warranty, I'm assuming Tesla would cover that for you. Mine, unfortunately, was not under warranty, so I had to cover the entire bill, which was $2,600. I've had the car for 3 years now, and already I'm at $12,600 in damages, and it's stuff that I really couldn't have prevented. The computer going isn't great, especially when it's the brain of your car. Another thing people don't talk about is real-world drivability. Yeah, Teslas are fast, they're smooth, they're cool, but once you start adding things like snow, ice, water, especially with a rear-wheel drive, it changes real quick. There's days when the car feels like it's fighting the environment instead of handling it. And because the car is controlled on one giant computer, if that starts failing, especially due to like cold weather, your car could just shut off. Now, fortunately, it won't just stop driving in the road, but what happened to me is the computer started going, and by that I mean the screen. Everything glitched. I couldn't touch anything on the screen. My blinkers stopped working. My turn signals stopped working until the screen just shut off because it couldn't take all the glitches that were happening. So on my way to work one day, for about half my drive, I had no screen, no turn signals, and I couldn't see how fast I was going. Not a great situation. Now here's the part nobody wants to hear. Repair costs are insane. Something that costs, let's say, $200 on a normal car will probably end up costing you around $1,500 on a Tesla. And the issue is, you can't get the parts anywhere else. There's no third party really that's making these parts, so you have to get them directly from Tesla or a certified shop that they go through. And on top of that, when something does go wrong, you have to bring your car to Tesla to get a diagnostic done. That's $200 just for the diagnostic alone. On typical gas cars, I would have said the other word, the other three-letter word, but I'm not going to do that in the political environment of the world right now. We're just going to call them gas cars. You can bring your car to a shop and get it looked at. Most of the time, it's free. Sometimes they'll charge you for a diagnostic. But in my experience with gas cars, I think 90% of the time it was free to get a diagnostic done. They really only charged you for the work that they were going to do. You don't get that with Tesla. Tesla, it's $200 diagnostic fee right off the bat. You're going to have to pay $200 regardless if you're getting your car fixed or not, just to see if you can afford getting it fixed. Now, to be fair, there are things I genuinely love about the car. The instant torque, the tech, the quietness, the fact that it feels like the future every time you get inside of it. Owning a Tesla is a cool experience, but cool doesn't always mean practical, or stress-free for that matter. So, do I regret buying a Tesla? Honestly, sometimes, yeah. Not because it's a bad car. It's an amazing car. But because of the smallest things, a rock, some moisture, the weather, can turn ownership into a headache. And that's the part nobody tells you in all these glazing videos. So if you're thinking about getting a Tesla, this is my honest experience with the car. No sugarcoating, no glazing, just the truth of what it's like when the excitement starts wearing off and real-world problems start showing up. If you're still interested, cool. If you can afford it, even better. I think anybody that can afford it should get one. Just make sure you know what you're looking for and what you're getting yourself into. And if you had similar issues, please drop them in the comments down below. I want to know what other owners have experienced with their cars. And if you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help the channel out a lot. I want to get back into making YouTube videos more often. I'm thinking try to post shorts as much as I possibly can. Long form videos, maybe 3 or 4 times a month if I can. I am very busy. Time is stretched super thin, so don't hold me to it. Actually, do hold me to it. I need accountability. I am too irresponsible and I need accountability. Please hold me to these things that I am saying right now. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.